Why are you guys making mid-lengths? Tell me about the mid, and did that add to the profitability of the Channel Islands in 2020?
Did Chaz make you ask this question?
Not at all. Not at all.
We're calling it the Chaz length now.
Yeah. It's a departure from the brand's identity, I would say, but it's wildly successful. But I mean, from the outside, it looks wildly successful.
Yeah, it's totally not actually a departure for us. We've always done boards like that. My dad developed this board in the 80s called the M13, and originally it was called Old Blue. And it came from, he was surfing Rincon, he was getting a little bit older, and he's like, dude, I got to catch more waves. So he stretched the board out, it had a round nose on it, and he started catching a lot more waves. But my dad has always been super performance oriented. He was a great surfer. He was passionate about great surfing. So it couldn't just be about catching waves, like the board had to turn well. So that's actually really, really deep in who we are. And that was a huge, huge model for us for years and years. Oh yeah, Old Blue, M13. We still have people who live and die by the M13.
Really? So you're still making them?
Oh yeah, we still make them. And then after that, we had a bunch of different models. The Water Hog is actually one of our best-selling models. And it's popular all around the world. I think it's a hideous board, but it predates my coming back. But so we've actually always done that because the value is not just making the best boards for the best surfers, but it's making great boards for every surfer, right? So there's only, a certain amount of surfers who can surf a 6'2" performance shortboard. So we've actually always done that. We just kind of hit a hot streak with a mid. Devin Howard got involved. He's got a really good sense of those boards, so he's been really helpful to kind of help us nail that zone. And I just think the desire and the need is there. So, but that's always been our thing. Like, how can we bring the most stoke to the most people? And everybody does it, right? We just kind of hit a hot streak with a mid, but everybody's making boards like that.
But not everybody makes as many boards as you guys make around the world. That's kind of the thing that I'm impressed by is how quickly you guys adapt to a market trend, or certainly set market trends at times. But considering all of those moving pieces that you explained about manufacturing around the world, I'm impressed that you can roll out stuff as quickly as you do.
Yeah, that's an interesting perspective because from my perspective, it feels painfully slow.
Really?
Yeah, it takes us a little while to bring stuff to market, especially now because we're so maxed on production. So I don't know. That's cool that that's your perception. I guess we must have hit the timing okay with that one. By the time we get a board to market, I'm already like super sick of it and over it.
Sure.
And like 3 designs down the road. So to me, it feels like a very long sort of process.
I mean, I've seen boards just around here and in your car that it's like, yeah, if this comes out in 6 months from now or a year from now, I can absolutely see this being the next huge hit, So I think your timing is actually good.
Cool. Well, that's good to hear. Thanks.
Good for the broad market. That's the thing too, is like you and I are kind of surfing on a very granular level, but for some of that stuff to actually hit the broad market, it takes a year.
Yeah.
And so you have that much time, I guess. Yeah.